without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
325 County, we have GMS, dispatch your location.
325, you in nature for the request.
Look at him just
Welcome
standing
back
around.
to the LackLuster channel. In December of 2024, Khaled was on a long-distance drive, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, he began to feel fatigued, so he pulled to the side of the road to rest before continuing on his path. A 911 call led to a response by the New York State Police, joined by officers from the town of Lloyd. The only video available begins after the man has been removed from his vehicle, handcuffed, and is currently being searched.
Spread your feet.
What's your name?
Yep.
I do. We are.
Yep.
It's clear that English is not Khaled's first language, and that he is not a fluent speaker. However, reports state that he had provided his documents when asked, and complied with the commands of the officers. But during the search of his person, the female trooper began kicking the inside of his ankles while telling him to spread his feet. It appears that Khaled didn't understand the command and was asking why the woman was kicking him.
She didn't like that, huh?
Spread your feet. Spread your feet. I'm not going to tell you again. Spread your feet.
That's not. Like, why you do that, man?
You gotta listen.
Relax. Do what she says.
I do that, but I don't have nothing, like, why you are doing that?
Stop.
Okay. This is a shit.
You push back at me again, I will throw you
No,
on the
because
ground.
this is your right, you know?
Relax.
He definitely doesn't speak English,
Shit.
for sure.
But you know what?
Relax.
Stop.
No.
For reference, Officer Funksius joined the Coast Guard when he was 21 years old. 10 years later, he was hired by the Rosendale Police Department, but was sworn in to the town of Lloyd Police shortly after, in 2024. Standing at 6'4" and with just a few years on the job, Officer Funksius towered over Khaled. But instead of attempting to communicate with the man as he asked why he was being pushed and pulled in different directions, Officer Funksius escalated to a level of extreme excessive force.
Hey, yo, he just, wow. Now they're all quiet. Look at him.
Get him up. Get him up.
You can't get somebody up who's unconscious, young lady.
Nope.
Alright, EMS.
Yeah.
Call EMS. 325 County, we have GMS, dispatch your location.
325 requesting EMS your location. Just confirm you said you're in front of the Ulster Inn.
That's affirmative. Just put him on his left side.
Yep.
Go on his left side.
That silence is deafening.
325 you in nature for the request.
Crazy.
The officers stand around confused for several seconds as Khaled lay motionless and bleeding, unsure how to say over the radio that they needed an ambulance because an officer lost control of himself and inflicted major traumatic injuries to the victim.
Crazy. Imagine this is your relative or somebody you know, doesn't speak the language fluently, just has the inability to really communicate in English. You know, I know some people be like, oh, well, you should learn the language. You should be able to communicate. Okay, maybe so. But have you ever traveled outside of the country? Have you ever traveled to a country where you don't speak the language? Should the cops be able to abuse you like this? Like, the dude is a bully. He's 6'4". He's looking way over him. You can explain to him what's going on. Hey, you have to spread your legs because we have to search you. Regardless of because maybe he's going to jail, whatever the case might be is. But just like, come on, bro. Have some compassion, some humanity. This pissed me off about cops. You know, I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, the police and none of that. That's just never been me. I have assets. So if something happens to me, I'm calling the cops. I'm not calling the Crips, okay? So I don't have problem with law enforcement on that level. My problem with law enforcement is these kind of dudes. You're just a fucking bully, bro. That's what it is. You're a bully with a gun. That's it. Look at him looking over at her like. See, 1192 is operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Even if it was a DUI, fine, I understand it. That doesn't change the fact that you just slammed this dude pretty much head first, because that's usually how it goes. When someone's handcuffs, their head is the first thing to hit the ground. Like, why? He's drunk. He's already not coherent. He didn't follow your directions. Yo, this is crazy. The dude deserves every dollar of that 27 million.
Hey. Yeah. Started becoming combative. Functions put him to the ground. He's out cold.
Oh, combative. That's what you call combative?
Alright.
Come on, bro. And that's why you served in the Coast Guard and not in the Army or the Marines. Combative. It's insane. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to call Sarge.
No, he's on the way.
Alright.
He just called me.
Look, she just looks up at him like, that's what you did. Look at what you did.
Want me to talk to her? Get her out of here? Tell her to call them?
I wish we had a better angle. I want to see what they're doing.
Yeah. Sarge. Sarge. Yeah, he's about down there.
They have nothing to say. That's that's crazy. Because they know they messed up. You know you messed up. Yeah, get your story straight. They should go to jail for this. Period. And arrest the lady cops too for not saying anything.
Yeah, no. You just got this. He's breathing.
When the sergeant finally arrives on scene, the video ends. From being slammed on his face while handcuffed, Khaled was knocked unconscious. He woke up in the hospital several days later, suffering from a broken elbow and multiple injuries to his hands, shoulder, face, and head. Since the incident, he has struggled with balance issues, memory loss, and permanent loss of function in both arms.
Of course.
3 months later, he filed a claim with the city, but his claim was never answered.
He threw his whole weight on him. 6'4". He's got to be at least 215. Easy.
Get him out. Get him out.
Nope.
Alright, EMS.
No.
In August of 2025, he filed a lawsuit against Officer Funksius and the town of Lloyd for excessive force and assault and battery, and is seeking $27 million in damages. The department remained silent as to the status of Funksius as an employee. For now, that is all the information available, but the next hearing is in December of 2025. Let me know what you think in the comments, and when an update is available, I'll be sure to let you know.
Crazy. That's LackLuster's channel, by the way. He's a good dude. He talks about a lot of things. He basically just shows police doing shit the way they shouldn't. But Yeah, that they should fire him. And I think until cops are held accountable for what they do, and I understand they have a tough job. I'm not just trying to say, oh no, throw the book at them for any little thing. I understand they have a tough job, but until they're held accountable to a point where they're worried that if they react inappropriately, they will be fired, terminated, and can't get a job somewhere else, I don't think this changes. Also, the amount of money that police officers make, I think we up it so that way we get better candidates. That's another thing. And then they need to do something about people like this guy because it's just crazy. There's no way. It doesn't even make any sense.